NewsBreak26 in southwest New Brunswick. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. Starlink, the highly anticipated new high-speed internet service by Elon Musk's SpaceX firm, is currently being used by a select group of beta testers, including right here in New Brunswick. Rekounis of the Kingston Peninsula is among the lucky small number of Canadians chosen to test out Starlink before it hits the marketplace next year. Rekounis, who's a database administrator, said he hadn't been able to find an adequate internet service provider to properly work from home until now.
I'm able to remote into other PCs, do what I need to do, video conference, all of these, all in real time. While my family is still watching TV, still streaming movies, and not notice anything, like not notice any type of lag or anything like that.
Starlink does come with a $650 setup cost, but Rekounis says the $130 a month service fee is only $30 more than he previously paid for internet and is worth the added cost. Rural Canadians often don't reap the benefits of quality service in a competitive marketplace as far as internet service providers go.
What this is going to be a game changer for is rural communities across Canada. So I've actually been contacted from people in the Yukon asking about this service.
Starlink will be more widely available in 2021. Although the New Brunswick government says 1,950 New Brunswickers will be receiving the first of 2 COVID-19 vaccine doses next week, the pandemic is still far from being over. That means border closures are ongoing, which is an added cause for concern for residents of Campobello Island who normally rely entirely on a bridge to Lubec, Maine to connect to the mainland this time of year.
Well, Campobello are important New Brunswickers, and we recognize that, and times are really tough right now. They have to go through Maine to get to New Brunswick, and if we can help them out, especially while we're in orange phase, then we're going to try to do that.
The province is collaborating with East Coast Ferries to further subsidize the seasonal ferry from Deer Island to Campobello until the end of December.
Well, they're a great group to work with, and so we just have open communication with them and approach them with the idea of extending the service. There is concern with the weather, of course. It is dependent on the weather, but they're partnering with us to try to help Campobello out.
The extended service will operate 4 days a week, weather permitting. Minister Green says she and her team will reassess the situation in January to see if further extensions can be made. Finally, Eileen and Lindsay Campbell's usual winter travel plans were put on hold due to COVID-19, but the cancellation did quite literally have a bright side for residents of the town of St. Andrews. The Campbells' tradition of putting up a spectacular amount of Christmas lights is back once more after a 7-year hiatus. The Campbells insist their steep December hydro bill is their gift to the community.
You know, everybody becomes a child at Christmas.
Totally.
And he's one of the biggest ones. We just kept adding and adding and adding as the years went by. He spent about a month and a half on putting things up.
My boy Michael there, he's a lot to do with this too. He's been down here 3 or 4 times helping me do this stuff.
Located on the corner of Sophia and Carlton Street, their block sees a noticeable uptick in holiday traffic when the night falls and the lights are at their best.
But we love the reactions of people and the kids, and people have said, we really needed this year to give us a little bit of brightness in our life, and thank you.
That's all the news I have for you. For more stories and online exclusives, follow us on Facebook at CHCO.TV.
A news and public affairs production of CHCO-TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.